Hello, I'm Adam Pitchford of Ophelia's, and today what's cooking local is a sweet onion galette. Now, this is a tart made out of sauteing onions and also then baking a puff pastry with a filling in it, kind of like a pizza, but it's puff pastry, not a dough. What we're doing right now is we're getting our pan a little bit warm, and we don't want it all the way hot. We've got some fresh chopped onions here, some yellow sweet onions, of course. We're going to give it just a little bit. We don't want too much, a little more than that. To fill in, unless you really mount it, it's not going to actually be too bad for you. Get it a little warm. What we're doing right now is turning it down to a little bit lower. We don't want these to get brown, we want to get them really translucent. To help out with that, we're going to add a little bit of butter and a little bit of salt, just to make them sweat and bring the flavor of that out a little bit more. My spatula here, turn a little bit up higher. Gonna mix it all around, get it nice and evenly coated. This is the first part that takes the longest of it. So feel free to do a couple other things. I'm sure you've got other stuff going on. Maybe you've got to take care of some other part of the recipe. You've got to make something else to go with it. In my case, I'm going to put that back in there, try and hide away. I'm going to grate the cheese up for it. This is a block of Gruyere cheese. It's a Swiss cheese, a little bit nuttier, a little smellier, very little on the smell, but it's very good for cooking. Melts down very well. I've got a grater here, fine. I'm going to just sit there and grate a whole bunch of cheese. Everyone loves cheese. A nice fair amount there. It's a little firmer than some other cheeses like mozzarella or some really soft cheddars that you get, but it grates really nicely. And getting it down to that fine ribbon really helps with the melting of it too. You can see they're starting to shine up a little bit with that butter and the juice from it. You can already start to smell it too. At this point, I'm going to flavor it a little more, just a little bit of pepper. Just a little bit. Almost a little stuff. And I've got some tarragon over here. Give it a nice fresh smell and flavor to it. These are just regular yellow onions, so they've got a little bit, just a little bit of sweet with that bite to it. Juices are important. I'm going to add a little flour here to thicken everything up. The flour, if it doesn't have that liquid, it's not going to actually bind to anything, and it's just going to fall right off. So get that going. It's going to turn them a little bit darker. I'm going to add my half and half here. If you want to go a little bit more health conscious, milk will work as well. A lot more flavor, just whole cream. But with that you'll need a little bit less because it's thicker. That deglazes it a little bit, gets the pan a little bit less stuff on it so that all that flavor that's down in the pan will come out. And also you can see it's turning it more, instead of just loose onions, into a paste and an actual congealment of an ingredient. It's going to cook down a little bit more. While that's going there, I've got my puff pastry right here, already portioned out in what I want. I'm going to just take an amount of cheese, put it on there. About 3/4 of it will work. Give it a nice cheese base. Also help it stick a little bit. Alright, that's done. Just turn my burner off. If you want it nice and really hot, just do it right now. A little easier to spread out when it's a little bit cooler, but I'm just going to put that right here and move that right down in there. Just spread that out. You don't want to spread it out all the way. Leave a little bit of a space. You got your nice Galette filling right there. We're just going to take it and make it pretty. Make it as pretty as you want. A lot of people just fold it over. It's got a little bit of the paper still on it. A lot of people just fold it over. And set it up. Me, I like to make the edges a little bit more tailored. A little bit more nice and pretty. I'll just fold it over a couple times. Give it that nice crimp. We've got the rest of that cheese over here. Let's put it over on top. Like I said, just like a pizza. Cheese, filling, everyone. I'm going to add a little bit of thyme to bring it back, that earthiness to it. And here's a fun secret, an egg wash. All it is just an egg yolk. Just put it on the pastry. Gives it a nice, big, bright brown color. That's all there is to it. Just pop it in the oven. About 10-15 minutes. Whenever the pastry is entirely done, you'll notice if you lift it up, it'll be actually nice and brown on the bottom as well. Alright, we let it bake for about 10 minutes in a 375-degree oven. Brought it out here. It's plated just like we do here at Ophelia's. It's our sweet onion galette. I'm Adam Pitchford with Ophelia's, and that's what's cooking local.